19 years old and I've been vegetarian my entire life. I've seen many people transition from eating meat to being vegetarian or vegan, and I've seen the consequences of what it can do to people. Here's 5 reasons why you shouldn't be a vegetarian or vegan. Number 1, eating out sucks. As a vegetarian, there's not a lot of variety when it comes to restaurant food. You look at the menu, all you're gonna be ordering most of the time for 90% of the restaurants is salad and fries. Maybe a bowl of pasta if you're lucky. Pizza is a good option, but honestly, as a vegetarian or vegan, if you're just thinking about transitioning, you're thinking about being healthy. Unfortunately, if you have friends that like to go eat out, or you like to go eat out, the variety of food is quite a bit lower. You're gonna have to transition to different restaurants, like a vegan club in the middle of nowhere. And do not go to a Korean barbecue ever with your friends. You're just gonna be wasting 20 bucks for absolutely nothing. There's nothing you can eat there.
Number 2, you'll end up eating more carbs. I'm gonna make this one really quick. Cutting out meat removes a key protein source from your diet. If you're not careful, you'll find yourself filling up the gap with carbs. More bread, more pasta, and rice to feel full. It's not ideal, especially if you're trying to stay lean or build muscle. Just think about it like this: cutting out a third of your diet, so everything else rises up.
Number 3, you're missing key amino acids. When you cut out meat, you also cut out key amino acids and key vitamins that you actually need as a person to actually function in a healthy way. One of those vitamins that you cut out is B12. B12 is typically only found in meat. Creatine as well. Omega-3s, a lot more. I don't remember on the top of my head. Iron deficiency is a big thing. I fainted a couple times because I was iron deficient. Make sure when you transition from being vegetarian or from eating meat to becoming a vegetarian, make sure you have the supplements to sustain your diet. I suggest getting a cabinet full of vitamins, getting a multivitamin, creatine, B12, iron, zinc is a big one. If you're vegan, I suggest getting a lot of things. Getting a vitamin D, big thing. Not just only for vegetarians and vegans, for everyone. I think everyone has a vitamin deficiency when it comes to that. Also, magnesium does cost a little more than you would expect, but this is what I suggest if you want to become as healthy as you possibly be on a vegetarian diet without any health consequences, because I've gone through a lot of them. So I'm a little under the weather right now, feeling a little bit sick, so the hoodie comes on. But number 4, processed food. So let's just say you and your friend go to a gas station, okay, right after a workout, just to get a little bit of protein in before you go home, or you're saying you're doing something right after. Your friend goes and buys beef jerky. Well, you want a healthy option, you want to get some protein in, you don't want to eat as many carbs, so you get a protein bar. Well, that protein bar usually has at least 50 fucking ingredients, bro. Like, it is insane on how much ingredients those bars have. When you're vegetarian, when you eat out, you typically eat more processed food because it's a lot cheaper than these other options, and there's more variety of processed food than super healthy food with protein in. You're not going to the gas station, you're gonna go buy beans, bro. Nobody does that. And obviously, these foods that have 50 ingredients in, it has a lot of chemicals, a lot of preservatives, and especially if you live in America where they don't ban shit, you're gonna get a lot of shit in your stomach that your microbiomes are not gonna like at all. So my suggestion, avoid it. Avoid as much processed food as you possibly can. So no really granola bars, no Nature Valley. I know how much you love those. Protein bars are not much of a go-go. Some brands are pretty good. Just checking the back of the label. Usually the cheapest isn't really the most healthiest for you. And number 5, it can get expensive. With all the supplements I've recommended and all the food you get, all the nature stuff, not the Nature Valley, but my brain is losing its chemicals right now. See, that's from all the processed food right there. But it can get expensive. All the supplements, all the creatine, all the B12, all the vitamins you need. I personally take like Tonkat, Ali, D3, all these supplements can get expensive. Protein powders, getting everything super organic, super healthy. especially if you had to clean out your whole damn your entire fridge. It can get expensive, especially if you're hitting higher protein goals. And for restaurants, usually the vegetarian option sometimes isn't the most cheap option as well. Now, this video is not to bash on the vegetarian or vegan diet at all. I just want people to understand what they're getting into once they switch. A lot of people have switched in the past that I've seen in my personal experience. They just gained a lot of weight when they did it. And they didn't understand why, or they ran into vitamin deficiencies that they weren't expecting. So this video is just a forewarning of what possibly could happen. But obviously I'm a lifetime vegetarian. I'll probably stick to being vegetarian for the rest of my life. Never really eaten a single meal full of meat ever in my life. I've tried it, not really my thing. But this video is not to bash on the vegetarian diet at all. Just forewarning for people that want to switch so they understand what they're getting into. That's just the disclaimer for this video. You guys have a blessed day, okay? Thank you, brothers.